Good morning, family. Welcome to our morning meditation. I am Alicia Naren, and we're just easing into this day. It is Monday, May 4th, and I wake up a little sad. I've been waking up sad the past couple days, and that's okay. We're here. We're sending love to our body. We're releasing the sadness as the best way that we can, right? We're being gentle. We're being compassionate. We're moving with grace, right? I'm not going to ring the singing bowl this morning because the baby's sleeping and it would be a little bit too loud. So let's get quiet, get comfortable. Either lay flat on a yoga mat or sit in a chair with your feet firmly planted in the ground, or sit in easy pose, cross legged. And let's take some deep breaths in. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, feeling your body. Hold, exhale. Deep inhale, exhale. What are you feeling in your body? Let's take a body scan. You're feeling where any tension lives. Are you waking up with a headache? Are you waking up feeling groggy, weak? Are you waking up feeling any tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your legs? Let's send healing to those parts of our body. Inhale, send love. Exhale. Inhale. What are you inhaling? I inhale gratitude, love, strength. Exhale, worry, sadness, disarray. Inhale, trust, faith, surrender. Exhale, anything that you're holding that causes any pain. Inhale, feel the vibration traveling your body. You know what the sound bowl sounds like, right? Exhale, fill yourself with everything you need. What do I need today? Forgiveness. Exhale, forgiveness. I can give that back. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to read from the prophet. Then a priestess said, "Speak to us of prayer." And he answered, saying, "You pray in your distress and in your need. What that you might pray also in the fullness of your joy and in your days of abundance. For what is prayer but the expansion of yourself into the living ether? And if it is for your comfort to pour your darkness into space, it is also for your delight to pour forth the dawning of your heart. And if you cannot but weep when your soul summons you to prayer, she should spur you again and yet again, though weeping until you shall come laughing. When you pray, you rise to meet in the air those who are praying at that very hour. Therefore, let your visit to that temple invisible be. Therefore, let your visit to that temple invisible be, for naught but ecstasy and sweet communion. For if you should enter the temple for no other purpose than asking, you shall not receive. And if you should enter into it to humble yourself, you shall not be lifted. Or even if you should enter into it to beg for the good of others, you shall not be heard. It is enough that you enter the temple invisible. I cannot teach you how to pray in words. God listens not to your words, save when He Himself utters them through your lips. And I cannot teach you to pray of the seas and the forests and the mountains. But you who are born of the mountains and the forests and the seas can find their prayer in your heart. And if you but listen in the stillness of the night, you shall hear them saying in silence, Our God, who art our winged self, it is thy will in us that willeth. It is thy desire in us that desireth. It is thy urge in us that would turn our nights which are thine into days which are thine also. We cannot ask thee for aught, for thou knowest our needs before they are born in us. Thou art our need, and in giving us more of thyself, thou givest all us. Give us all. Pleasure. Then a hermit, who visited the city once a year, came forth and said, Speak to us of pleasure. And he answered, saying, Pleasure is a freedom song, but it is not freedom. It is the blossoming of your desires, but it is not their fruit. It is a depth calling unto a height, but it is not the deep, nor the high. It is the caged, taking wing, but it is not space encompassed. In very truth, pleasure is a freedom song, and I fain would have you sing it with fullness of heart, yet I would not have you lose your hearts in the singing. Some of your youth seek pleasure as if it were all, and they are judged and rebuked. I would not judge nor rebuke them. I would have them seek, for they shall find pleasure, but not her alone. 7 are her sisters, and the least of them is more beautiful than pleasure. Have you not heard of the man who was digging in the earth for roots and found a treasure? And some of your elders remember pleasures with regret, like wrongs committed in drunkenness. But regret is the beclouding of the mind, and not its chastisement. They should remember their pleasures with gratitude, and they would the harvest of a summer. Yet if it comforts them to regret, let them be comforted. And there are among you those who are neither young to seek nor old to remember, and in their fear of seeking and remembering, they shun all pleasures, lest they neglect the Spirit or offend against it. But even in their foregoing is their pleasure, and thus they too find a treasure, though they dig for roots with quivering hands. But tell me, who is he that can offend the Spirit? Shall the nightingale offend the stillness of the night, or the firefly the stars? And shall your flame or your smoke burden the wind? Think you the Spirit is a still pool, which you can trouble with a staff? Oftentimes, in denying yourself pleasure, you do but sure the desire in the recesses of your being. You know, who knows, but that which seems omitted today waits for tomorrow. Even your body knows its heritage and its rightful need and will not be deceived. And your body is the harp of your soul, and it is yours to bring forth sweet music from it or confused sounds. And now you ask in your heart, How shall we distinguish that which is good in pleasure and that which is not good? Go to your fields and your gardens, and you shall learn that it is the pleasure of the bee to gather honey of the flower, but it is also the pleasure of the flower to yield its honey to the bee. But for the bee, a flower is a fountain of life, and to the flower, a bee is a messenger of love. And to both bee and flower, the giving and the receiving of pleasure is a need and an ecstasy. People of Orphalese, be in your pleasures like the flowers and the bees. And a poet said, speak to us of beauty. And he answered, where shall you seek beauty? And how shall you find her unless she herself be your way and your guide? And how shall you speak of her except that she be the weaver of your speech? The aggrieved and the injured say, beauty is kind and gentle. Like a mother, half shy of her own glory, she walks among us. And the passionate say, nay, beauty is a thing of might and dread. Like the tempest, she shakes the earth beneath us and the sky above us. The tired and the weary say, beauty is of soft whisperings. She speaks in our spirit. Her voice yields to our silences like a faint light that quivers in fear of the shadow. But the restless say, we have heard her shouting among the mountains, and with her cries came the sound of hoofs and the beating of wings and the roaring of lions. At night the watchmen of the city say, beauty shall rise with the dawn from the east. And at noontime, and at noontide, the toilers and the wayfarers say, we have seen her leaning over the earth from the windows of the sunset. In winter, say the snowbound, she shall come with the spring, leaping upon the hills. And in the summer, heat the reap. And in the summer, heat the reapers say, we have seen her dancing with the autumn leaves, and we saw a drift of snow in her hair. All these things have you said of beauty, yet in truth you spoke not of her, but of needs unsatisfied. And beauty is not a need, but an ecstasy. It is not a mouth thirsting, nor an empty hand stretched forth, but rather a heart inflamed and a soul enchanted. It is not the image you would see, nor the song you would hear, but rather an image you see through your clothes. Though you close your eyes, and a song you hear, though you shut your ears. It is not the sap within the furrowed bark, nor a wing attached to a claw, but rather a garden forever in bloom, and a flock of angels forever in flight. People of Orphalese, beauty is life when life unveils her holy face. But you are life, and you are the veil. Beauty is eternity gazing at itself in a mirror. But you are eternity, and you are the mirror. Beautiful. May we find ways to see the beauty around us, even in the confines of our home, beauty in the things that we have collected, um, images that we've taken, um, things that we've purchased that conjure memory, that remind us of just beautiful experiences. May today we see the beauty that's around us, even in the sadness, even in quarantine. May we stand up and look at the outside of the window and just try to capture beauty, right? Those of us who are writers, let's try to capture the beauty on the page. Singers and song dancers in movement. We are called right now to really be innovative, to really find ways to reinvent ourselves, to sit with ourselves, to love ourselves. And so today, I am bringing you so much peace. I don't have my deck of cards next to me, so I can't read you um, a message from until today, but I invite you to create your own. Until today, what are you done with today? Beating myself up. Until today, you might have found yourself beating yourself up for things that you've needed to do, but trust that the choices that you're making are the right ones for you. Family, I'm wishing you a beautiful day. I'm wishing you an amazing week. May today be a day that you vision, that you dream, that you create a camino to completion. Like that's what I call a to-do list. And may you move toward your dreams every single day. I'm sending you so much love. I'm sending you so much peace. Have an incredible day. May you continue to vibrate higher and higher and higher. Peace, family.